Wow.
Look at him in the
Ridge,
flesh.
how you doing, man?
Uh,
Wow. So, Ridge, that throw you hit on Murin, right away, he's charging at you. Any thoughts, or is it just go time? We're letting it rip.
it was just go time. That was just straight
See,
reaction.
that's for me. Whenever I find myself in those situations, I think just the let it rip reaction always works out the best. That was just,
Mhm.
my first thought that popped in my head. But how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. We've been in Lincoln for a couple days. We had individuals today, so we got right back to it.
Nice.
I got a
Good to hear.
question for you about Lincoln. The Burrows are good friends of mine. I texted Lauren that you were coming on the podcast today, and she said he's a character. You're gonna love him. Ask him about the time him and Kayvon Davenport came over to babysit and were 15 minutes late.
Yeah. Uh, Me and Kevon, they were going on like a date night, and they asked Kevon, they're like, "Hey, do you want to come over and babysit?" And he was like, "Yeah, can Rich come?" For sure. We were a little late. We were a little late, but everything was okay. All turned out all right.
That's
Rich
good.
come. I love that. So we were talking this weekend. We were talking like Friday, Saturday, like, hey, we should definitely have someone on from the Big Ten tournament this weekend, maybe a champ, somebody who's really exciting. And we were talking, I think CENZO texted me like Sunday morning. No, Saturday afternoon. It was before the semis. You're
Yeah.
like, Rich needs to come on. You were so electric.
Got you, bro.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
You were so just on. And today I was kind of looking back at your Big Ten tournament last year, which wasn't bad either. I think you had like a 1-0 loss to DeSanto. Like you're constantly right there. And now, I mean, you only lost to Sasso like 5-2, was it? So like you're like right there, but you just keep jumping levels.
Yeah, this year I didn't have the same weight cut that I had last year. Last year's weight cut was pretty intense, but this year came in. I was good on weight. Like I made scratch day 2. Like I was fine. So I was really just wrestling, and I don't know. I feel like it worked out better this year for sure.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so you prefer to wrestle like closer to weight than to, because some people like that weight cut. Some people they kind of need that.
Yeah, no, I never really cut a whole bunch of weight before. I did like my sophomore year. I had a pretty good weight cut of high school, but since then I've never really cut much weight until last year.
Gotcha.
What do you think? Did you do anything else different prepping for the Big Tens this year than last year? Like this, obviously, this last year has been absolutely wild. You didn't get NCAAs last year. Were you preparing differently aside from the weight cut for this year?
No, everything was the same, really.
Yeah.
Just kept everything the same. Just kept wrestling, just drilling our stuff, getting ready.
So I will say, I was actually your mirror match was awesome, but I was really impressed with your semifinal match. I thought you did a really good job being aggressive, but keeping your head hands defense good and knowing where you're good at in positions. Was that kind of the plan, just to win it on the mat?
No, it kind of transitioned to that. He was a little awkward on our feet.
Yeah.
I don't know, just something about his wrestling style was just a little off, and I didn't really feel like I could get to my offense that great. But I knew I wasn't going to get taken down.
Right.
So even when we were in overtime, I wasn't tripping about anything. I was fine.
Yeah.
I was like, if it goes to right outs, it goes to right
For
outs.
sure, yeah. No need to trip over that, man. Do the tripping another time. But yeah, I was impressed with that. Random question. One guy on your team you're really excited for nationals, not you.
CJ,
Yeah,
it's
bro.
March, baby.
Yeah.
It's March, and he goes crazy in March. So I'm all for it. The brackets just came out. I think he was in the same quarter as
He
Ironman.
is. He's at the 8.
I'm excited for him.
You have an interesting seat too.
Do you look at your bracket, or are you one of those guys that just like, I don't want to know,
Like CENZO. He doesn't know till the next round.
No, I have an idea, but like if it was like a dual meet, then like I'd be like I'd come in on Monday, and then my coach would be like, hey, we got Nebraska Friday. And I'm like, all right, cool, sounds good. But
Yeah, no, I looked. I know where I'm at. I got Omania and then winner of Rooks, Mirren. So hopefully that one's another fun one if he makes it. But nah, I'm not worried about any of it. I'm ready to go.
for sure.
I got a question for you. We constantly, the last like month on this podcast talk about folk style versus freestyle. You're obviously in the height of college season right now, but you also wrestle Greco. You won a national championship in Greco at Fargo. How do you rank folk style, freestyle, Greco?
I don't know. I like freestyle and Greco, but I think I'm best at folk style, and I like to win, so I like folk style a lot too. But I don't know. I don't really have a preferred style. I'll wrestle any of them.
Yeah, and like what we talk about too is just like in folk style wrestling, you have to be kind of more complete, right? You got to be able to do it on the mat too, and like that's just another element of it, which it's different, but like we were talking about last time, could get if two guys are just laying on each other, it could get a little.
But like, look at how exciting like his semifinal match.
Exactly.
Like it came down to a ride out, and that was as exciting as it gets.
Right. I won one match. I'm freaking into it, So I don't know. That's just me though. I like wrestling, but yeah.
I'm curious too. I believe I read that you were 169-0 in high school.
Yeah.
Which is just stupid. What was the transition like from you from high school being undefeated to college, where the talent pool, it's always interesting watching people go from high school to college and then from college to the senior level and watching those different levels of talent. What was that transition like for you?
It was a little abrupt at first. I got cement mixtured by CJ the first day of practice. That was awesome.
He's good at that. Yeah,
it came out of nowhere. It was so fast, so hard. I'm like, dang, we in it now. Like, it's for real. Everybody you wrestled in the room was tough.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was a pretty quick transition, I feel. We pulled my red shirt, and I lost that first match. But I think I lost my first match. I don't remember.
I think it was Northern Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
You remember better than he does.
I haven't pulled up.
Okay.
I'm staring at it.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah. But then after that, I was like, like the loss is out of the way. Don't have to worry about the record anymore. There's a lot of pressure from that in high school. But then once that was out of the way, it was really just letting it fly in college.
Yeah. How serious did you take yourself in high school? Because I know in college, like I literally just sent CENZO this video before. Hold on, let me play it. Like,
yeah,
it's hard not to be a fan of somebody who has that much fun and is smiling.
This one up too. I was like, that's funny as hell. Yeah.
Like, I love it. Like,
I had to throw that one up.
But high school wrestlers at large take themselves way too seriously. Mm-hmm. You seem to have fun in college. Did you have fun in high school too?
Oh yeah, our team had a bunch of fun. We weren't doing a whole lot of like celebrations really, like on the mat. That's kind of new.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of testing them out, see what celebrations.
Dude, have fun with it, man. Have fun with it. Yeah.
For sure. It's a good time out there. Just like you just won, you do this is what I do. This is what I've done all my life. I might as well just have more fun.
Who are you looking for in that video?
My mom.
Okay. My wife asked me who he was looking for, and I said, I'm like, it's got to be his mom because there's no fans. It's like just family. I'm like, 100% got to be his mom.
My dad stayed home, so my mom, my grandpa came out to this one. So I was waving to them up in the stands. They came out from Idaho.
They probably love Central Pennsylvania.
They thought it was like I didn't even get to talk to them. They wouldn't let us like see our family when we were up there. They had it blocked off. So I was like, how do you get to Section 8? They're like, you got to walk all the way around that way. I'm like, okay. Like all the way around the building? They're like, yeah, all the way. I'm like, okay. I start walking, and then the other side's blocked off. I'm like, how do I get to Section 8? They're like, you got to go all the way that way. I was like, they told me I had to come all the way this way. They're like, are you an athlete? I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, you can't go see him. I was like, you're not going to let me see my mom? They're like, I'm sorry.
I heard they're doing that in NCAAs and the Olympic trials too. They're putting people basically like in a bubble.
Man.
I was trying to get up there, but security was tight. They weren't going for nothing.
Now, are they all going to St. Louis?
My mom's not.
Okay.
My sister's playing in the Idaho All-Star high school basketball game.
Okay. Oh, dang. We got a lot of athletes then.
Athletic family.
Yeah.
So she's playing in that. So my mom's going to stay there with her, and my dad, my high school and club coaches are going to come out.
Sweet.
All right. So if you want to take this time to promote your TikTok, you can do that if you want.
Oh, yeah. My TikTok is just Ridge Lovett. And we're lit. We have fun.
Are you dancing on there? I haven't checked out TikTok.
I don't have TikTok either. I was just told about it.
I've done a couple dances.
Well, I got like blasted on Twitter yesterday because I was bored.
Corvette.
What's that?
Corvette. It's a dance. All right, go
yeah,
ahead.
I don't know what that is. Dude, I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put out a tweet yesterday basically saying, I'm curious who the all social team would be. Like most Twitter and Instagram followers at each weight. So I put it out. Nobody's done anything like that before. I'm like, nobody can really say too much because of the fact that it's never been done before. Well, within minutes, of course, I'm told I'm wrong. And I was told Chase Saldate at Michigan State has like 350,000 followers on TikTok.
He went viral early. He's had a bunch of followers for a while. I follow him on TikTok.
Does he dance? What does he do?
I've never looking at my following page. I'm always on the For You page, so I never see.
Yeah,
I never see his.
Well, Chase is. I just started following him on Twitter because when I went to see when somebody said, "Damn, Chase got snubbed," I'm like, "What? Did I miss him?" And I'm like, "He's only got 1,700 Twitter followers." Then they're like, "No, he's
Twitter followers isn't a thing, dude."
Then he's got 345,000 TikTok and 14,000 on YouTube, and his Twitter name is Chase the Candyman Saldate. I don't know what.
What's that? What does that mean?
I
don't know. I'm gonna have to check his TikTok out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look at that. That's wild.
Do you create TikTok wrestling content?
I've made like 2 videos. I did one when we were traveling. It was just I plan to. I'm like, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a day in the life. I'm gonna go through it all. And I wake up and I'm like, no shot.
You're like, I'm gonna do me today and not promote any of it. We actually 1 year at Nationals, I think it might have been Cleveland. Like the Penn State Barstool account like messaged a few of us, like me, Bo, and like whoever, like, hey, you guys want to take it over for the weekend? We're like, oh yeah, for sure. And then apparently, like, you know, like not like compliance, but some people, you know, some of our media people found out and they just shut that down so hard. They were like, absolutely not. So
do they just tell you can't do it, or do they advise you that you shouldn't?
It was a strong suggestion that we shouldn't do it.
I would have loved that. I would have been here for that.
Oh yeah, it would have been great. But you know, got to focus on the wrestling too, though. It's kind of hard to do both. Oh, hey, look at your boy. He just popped up my Instagram.
Mikey Labs, baby.
He's looking good too, bro.
He is. He was wrestling tough.
He is a good seed. I like where he's at in the bracket. I mean, it's not like a great seed, but I just like his draw. I think he's gonna make some noise, man. I really do.
And Nebraska finished 3rd at Big Tens, right? Mm-hmm. You guys thinking team race for NCAAs? How important is that to you?
Super important. Our team is super tough. If everybody just does their job, wrestles good, I don't see why we're not bringing home a trophy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I've been watching you guys, throughout the year and at Big Tens, and I agree. You guys are always tough. I mean, you guys have talent every year. You guys wrestle hard, and I think you guys definitely, you bring your A game, you'll get a trophy.
That's the plan.
After your Big Ten performance, which didn't end the way you wanted, but it was an incredible tournament, what are you looking forward to the most about NCAAs?
Same thing, really. After my first match, during my cool down, Manning came over and talked to me. I was like, I don't see why I'm not gonna win this. I was like, I think I'm the best kid here in my weight for sure. Mm-hmm. It's like, so I wasn't starstruck or anything, and it's gonna be the same thing in NCAAs. I don't think any of those kids are that much better than me at all, and I expect myself to be in the mix for a title, not even just AA, but I expect to win.
Yeah, I like that attitude a lot. And even in your match with Sasso, you said the score was 5-2. It wasn't 5-2. It didn't look like a 5-2 match to me.
It's a deceptive score for sure.
Yeah, like it was, those were like reversals. Like that's really it. I don't know. Have you game planned with that at all? Just like, thought really, you don't have to give strategy or anything like that, but just like things you're working on.
No,
really?
That's just closing out periods. I gave up a takedown with like a couple seconds left, and then the reversal was with like 20 or something. That's just closing out periods. then getting off bottom. I don't know. That was, I don't know. I don't know what was going on with me right there. I just couldn't get up. Sasso's strong too. I wasn't expecting him to be that strong, but we'll be okay. We're past that.
He looks it, man. He does look it. Yeah, it's over with.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just said that he already took top for his match against Andrew Aliras, who's going to be in the pigtail, likely win, and then him and Sammy Sasso first round. And it's so crazy that all you Big Ten guys are in the top half, and then it's like only one of you comes out of that, and then Austin O'Connor's in the bottom side, Brock's in the bottom. Like it's a crazy way, but I love the energy. I love the mindset that like you said, and you could tell going into it. One of CENZO's comments to me over the weekend was, man, he's just having fun, which is what CENZO did. Like he's going for it. He's going for the throws. He's rolling with the punches. He's not like going back to taking it too seriously. Like you're having fun. Every time any of my clients or friends win big things, world medals, Olympic medals, I remember when Burroughs won in 2012 and Carly Lloyd, soccer player, a client of mine, both of them, when they walked out into the arena, were smiling. I'm like, they're winning. Like, I just got a feeling they're winning. Not to say if you smile, you're going to win, but it was just like a general vibe. Like, if you're having fun, they're always better. And for somebody at a top caliber of talent, if you're at a top caliber talent and you're having fun and you're not striving, it seems to be a good recipe. I love that attitude. And I think, you knock off Max Murrin, the 2 seed. You beat Blockhouse in a good overtime match. I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too, man. And like you show that you can do the throws, but you can win the gritty matches too, and that's super important. You got to be able to do both.
Mm-hmm. I feel that for sure. I feel good everywhere on my feet. I don't feel like I'm just out there ready to get taken down. I don't always get to my offense that great. I'm not worried. I don't think anyone's just gonna take me down. Like DeSanto didn't take me down.
Right.
I think he took me down once, maybe twice in the duel, and he didn't take me down at Big Tens. And he's one of the best neutral wrestlers in the country.
For sure, yeah.
So it's like I'm totally confident in my neutral abilities, hold my own, and top and bottom. I'm not worried about nothing on the mat.
And it's interesting that you said just finishing out a match, because any match I've seen that you didn't win, like I'm thinking about the RBY match last year at the duel. That was super close until like the last few seconds. Like that was I think that match was decided with like 20 seconds to go or something. So like,
I was down by 2 and he was in on a leg, and I was like, well, I'm just going to try to defend it. And I like went back into it, and he was so fast to that cradle. His hand,
he's so fast. Man. I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, oh damn. Okay, here we go.
I will say that I was rooting against you that match, but that might have been the last time, bro. I think
same. That was the last time I rooted against you.
You earned some fans, dude. Yeah, but what was I gonna say? This is totally random, but like, do you guys like freshman wise? Do you guys have anyone in right now that looking forward to next year? Anything like that?
Serrano for sure. Silas, Allred. Haas has been wrestling tough. He stepped in for Venzi a couple times, and he was winning. He's winning Big Ten matches as a true freshman. Love to see that. Mm-hmm. Serrano hasn't gone out there yet, but he's been in the room scrapping with Thompson and Tucker. Jeremiah Reno at 125. He's tough. Our whole freshman class, really.
Yeah, that's good. You guys got a lot of tough guys there. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's a tough lineup, man. Like I said on Twitter, a couple days ago, and I'll say it here, I'm definitely rooting for you. I know CENZO's rooting for you. CENZO, any final words before we let him go?
No, man. Wrestling style, I love it. Just like you've been doing, man. Have fun with it. We're gonna watch you. Everyone listening to this is gonna be watching you. And we had Shane Sparks on last week, and you were his guy to watch for the Big Ten tournament on the podcast.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So we had Shane on last week, and we were talking about who we were very excited for, like who's gonna have a big tournament. And his first guy was Ridge Lovett. I'm ready for Ridge Lovett to pop off. So
you hear that constantly too. I want to say Ben Askren made a comment a couple of weeks ago. Like, you guys are gonna laugh at me for this, but Rich is in the finals of Big Tens, and now nobody's laughing. Like nobody's like.
Virtual NCAAs on Twitter put me in the files with Sasso too.
Who did?
Those are my boys. Virtual NCAAs.
Did he really?
I like virtual NCAAs too. I actually just started following them.
Last year, after it got canceled, I was all bummed out in my room. Like, dang, it was like 3 days out, 4 days out or whatever. My weight was good. And then I'm just in my dorm. They're like, yeah, no, we're not going. So I looked on there and they were going. So I was tweeting back at them. We had a great time. That was so much fun.
Yeah, I don't know who runs that account, but they like the podcast and they give me crap back when they disagree with something, which I like, because I don't like if someone's only like all positive. Like, if you disagree with something, tell me. I'm not gonna like unfollow you.
I will say, when they did the virtual, they actually did the virtual NCAAs last year, and they went through it and like they like tagged me, and it was like I got so sad. I was like, this sucks. I was like depressed. I was like, I can't look at this.
There was a lot of people
it hurt,
like that.
it hurt big time. But like looking back on it, I appreciate it now, and I think it's cool that they did that. But
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, you're getting all these new fans after NCAAs. Do you have a plan for Last Chance or Olympic trials or anything, or do you not know anything yet?
I don't know anything. I'm for sure gonna get on the boat this summer and go wakeboarding, wake surfing, that stuff. Right now, that's it. I don't know wrestling wise.
That's good. I did that once. I couldn't really get up. I got up like twice, I think, and then I fell immediately. I posted a video on my Instagram if anyone wants to go check it out.
Was it a camp in Utah?
It was camp in Utah.
I remember that.
It was at Sanderson Wrestling Academy.
Yep, I remember that. Well, that's good TikTok content.
I know. So if you ever need someone to partner with on TikToks to wipe out on the wakeboard, I'm your guy.
Well, don't they do partner dances on TikTok or like duos or something like that?
No, I'm out on that. I'm out on that.
Oh man. Well, we're rooting for you. Thank you for coming on and making some time. I know it's a chaotic couple of weeks, so we appreciate you coming on. We're definitely rooting for you, man. Awesome, man. We'll see you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
And the beat goes on.